and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm the hardest working man in comics, Victor Dandridge.
And I'm Ryan, King of Comic Town.
Oh yeah, and we're about to spizzoil The Batman's Grave. Number 2, written by
Warren Ellis.
Yes. Art by
Brian Hitch.
Oh Snizapple. Let's throw this open. All right, so last place where we left off, Batman found...
Yeah, a little hidden buddy.
Yeah. At the crime scene where a man was killed dead.
His face was face off.
Super removed in a very violent, brutal way.
Yeah.
Bats undoes the floorboards because he realizes that the killer is still there.
It's crazy.
Super crazy. We open this page up to, or open up this book to some action.
Yeah, like
Hardcore.
Dude comes bursting forth from his hidey hole.
Yeah, looking like the best door-to-door dictionary salesman I've ever seen. With a mean cleft up in his head.
He's got that giant scar.
Yeah.
He's not doing any good service for us bald people. He looks...
With that hair over there, I'm not calling him bald.
Yeah.
It's like a Gallagher meets Carrot Top.
Yeah, like if Telly Savalas
and
Carrot Top.
I don't like where you went with that.
Yeah.
This is what Pennywise looks like without the makeup. There you go. That's look at him. That's exactly what he looks like.
He is.
Pennywise without the makeup on. This is him in his day job. And his day job is kicking the crap out of Batman. I was kind of confused by this. I'm not going to lie. Now, no disrespect to Warren Ellis or Hitch, but there is a lot of bat beatdown in these pages.
Yeah, like we find out through the little bit of dialogue that occurs that this dude was lonely.
Yeah.
And he's carrying that person's face with him.
Yes.
And we were able to discern that the face is probably hidden in his tummy, much like Uncle Ryan hides the whiskey in his stomach when he goes places.
Yeah, okay. I can't even, yeah, that definitely could happen. The whole time, though, he's fighting Batman in a two-piece suit, buttoned up, mind you, which is a clear indicator that he's crazy.
Yeah.
But he's kind of holding his own.
Yeah.
This is Batman here.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's count it out. He got one initial kick in. That's definitely a punch that draws blood here. I mean, grappling-wise, like, he's got hands on bats.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's a 10-page fight sequence.
Oh, my God. Is it really?
Yeah. Where it's, like, they're knocking through walls.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, the drywall is getting cleared all the way through to the girding here. He declares he's going to keep Batman's face, too. I'm curious.
That's a bold move.
Which face?
Right.
Is it the cowl, or is it Bruce's? Or is it both?
Why not both?
Right. Yeah, homie, I mean, he's like throwing a tantrum with his crazy right here. Yeah. Bats is doing his best to, maneuver and fight. Is this like a giant batarang? Oh, yeah. Okay, so he impales this dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this batarang has got some
it's a big
to it.
batarang.
And catches dude in the shoulder, which I'd like to think would have maybe slowed him down.
No, he's fighting with the power of crazy.
Yeah, times 2. Bruce ends up having to nab a smoke bomb type business, and it barely slows him down.
Yeah, it gives Bats enough time to punch him in the face, which normally would end things.
Right.
But
not crazy pants here.
Yeah, because dude goes low, picks up Batman, runs him through a window while screaming, "I was lonely. Have you never been lonely?" He's got a point.
I mean,
Batman, leave him alone.
He's just a lonely dude,
he
man.
just wants to kill his friends and eat their faces.
Yeah, like, I don't know what your relationships are like, but clearly, this is important. Yeah, dude is, this is a suicidal push here. Like, they're out of a building, falling. Bats, of course, grabs the gadgetry.
Yeah.
Quick grappling hook, slide through, kicks dude in the gut, puts him down. At this point, dude is a little woozy, we'll say. So Bats, in his ire, gets a couple hits clear, and it's all good. Oh my God. So at this moment, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Batmobile whips around vroom, in front of the police precinct,
In the no parking zone.
which, all right, maybe that was warranted then.
Yeah.
Bats pulls out this guy trussed up like a turkey and sees two officers and basically was like, guys, I got something for you. One of these officers,
Yeah, like he's about to draw down on Batman.
like, what are you thinking?
Really?
Like, you'd have a better chance of surviving this encounter if he was not in his super souped up, bulletproofy car that could kill you with but a word, okay? But I love bats.
Yeah.
I've had a bad morning. If you're going to make a move, make it. Otherwise, please see that this reaches Commissioner Gordon. Like, give me a reason. Give me a reason. Give me one.
Shoot me or don't. Let's just get this
Let's
over
just
with.
hurry up, man. I got things, okay? My morning was crap. This is what it is.
Got my butt kicked by Clint Howard. I don't even.
So we're back at Wayne Manor, and we see probably the least professional version of Alfred ever.
He's hung over.
Super hungover, where he's having to pep talk himself.
Yeah.
You are not dying. It is just a hangover. Unless you're dying of a hangover. Is that possible?
I don't know. There are moments I think I almost have.
Okay. All right.
So
all
it's
right,
possible?
All right. I'm gonna leave it up there with a question mark, like the Riddler. Bruce walks in, morning, even though they didn't have the greatest of departures
Yeah.
in the previous
he
issue.
got dressed down hard verbally. by Alfred.
He's like, Master Bruce, coffee? Bruce, of course, says, yes.
Points to a French press, which is super classy. Give me a moment. Please, my head hurts.
Alfred is sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
Sheets. Bruce says, of course, mine too.
Yeah. It's like they're in a one-upmanship. Like,
They are.
And Alfred's like, the rest of my body isn't doing much better.
He says, yeah, same.
Alfred's, mine's worse.
The notion of Alfred ever being like, I've had a harder time than you. Hilarious. Hilarious.
And they even share a smile and a giggle.
They do, because everybody knows, that's just such a crazy thing. So Alfred, and this is the part where he tiptoes into my Kool-Aid here.
Yeah.
I've had the most splendid idea. Tonight, you stay at home and drink an entire bottle of 70 proof whiskey, and I'll put on the suit and slap around some underprivileged burglars. Like, he is still needling him.
If you're rich, you're probably not breaking into places.
I mean, so very true. So very true. So he's like, sit down, let me take a look at your new collection of wounds. To which Bruce is,
Not with those shaky fingers.
yeah, no. No, I got it. He even says, 2 police officers almost drew down on me this morning. I'm hoping for a calmer night in Gotham City. What a foolish prayer.
Right.
It's Gotham.
You just called down the Gotham Thunder.
Right. Like, this is about to get super hella crazy. Sure enough, that evening, Gordon flicks on the light. The bat signal shines, and a few moments later, this cool bat glider. I got to get one of those.
Yeah, because it's got like 4 helicopter turbine things, but they're actually in the wings.
Yeah, like drones. Like, it's super cool. It's a drone piloted thing.
Oh, man,
by
you know
Batman.
it's got to be quiet, like with like stealth
Man,
bat
like
tech.
you can't even. If Batman didn't show up, you wouldn't have known he was there. So Bats is like, Commissioner, Jim is, thanks for the package, complete with the victim's DNA on his mouth and, well, in his belly. Gotham,
No,
right?
no.
Like, that's just crazy. Of course, Batman's like, look, I didn't get his name. Who was this guy? Like, what are we working with here? So, okay, I think there's something to this here.
Yeah.
A little West Coast crazy. Gordon says, your guy apparently rejoices in the name Eduardo Flamingo.
Is that an alias?
Like,
It's
seems like
gotta
one,
be, right?
Maybe, right? So Gordon says, mob hitter out of San Diego. The only name that stuck to him was the Eater of Faces.
No. No.
Fell afoul of an employer, evidently got lobotomized with a chisel and left on the street.
So now we know about that scar. I don't think that's how you lobotomize someone professionally. but-
I'm just gonna, if you're gonna do that, why not just kill him? I feel like it's harder to not kill him in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have such a bit of restraint.
Did they Google search it first?
Maybe.
Like, hey Siri, how do you lobotomize someone with a chisel?
If Siri knows that answer, ditch your phone. Because if you've now asked it, you have now popped up on every FBI thing possible.
Oh, you wish to give someone the Eduardo Flamingo.
Please hold. Here's what my internet search has found. But he's drifted all the way from San Diego to Gotham.
Yeah, which is a long distance.
That's far. And he's happy to tell everyone his story. He likes making friends, meaning he likes to eat people.
Yeah.
Any half-right lawyer could get him slammed up in Arkham, but San Diego, Los Angeles, and Sacramento all want him to, and California has the death penalty.
Yeah.
So they're trying to extradite him over there
Yeah.
so that they can get rid of him. And so Bruce, of course, is like, so it's Arkham. You, sir, are complicit.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows that once you go to Arkham, it's a free ticket to keep killing.
Yeah.
Why just let California do their thing?
But is he... See, that's the weird part, because Batman has a chance to allow nature to take its course, but he's so adherent to that
Don't kill, don't kill.
even though you know he's going to get out and eat some more faces.
Right.
Interesting.
Which I love. Jim is like, sure, or California. Like, he doesn't want that in Gotham.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
Yeah.
So if California is willing to take care of it, I see a win here. I see a win. He says, remember Bobby Turton? That's like, of course I do. Like, I remember everything. Corrupt assistant DA, blackmailed his way out of charges, went into private practice, became a defender, got quite rich. Quite?
Quite. Guy owned 10 houses, 3 corporations, and a baseball team.
Batman says, well, it's all relative.
Yeah.
Owned.
Yeah.
Gordon says, he's dead. And he somehow still had a lot of friends over at the DA's office. CSU is backed up, and there's some weirdness about the homicide. If you could get us a head start on this, I'd appreciate it. Okay, cool, cool. I think one of those like situations here is Bruce somewhat slipping out a little bit.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh my God, he was so wealthy, he had 10 homes and this, that, and the other. And Bruce is like, that's money? Is it? Oh, okay.
That's chump change.
Right. I got that in my pocket, like right now. Like, hold on, let me disc that one. So Gordon says, in the meantime, we'll have a quiet word with the troops about not thinking about shooting you on sight.
So that means word got around.
Batman is being made fun of right here. Like,
Yeah.
Batman already got beat up in this issue, and now he's being made fun of by Gordon.
Yeah.
What is happening?
This is a rough 24 hours for
This
Batman.
is a terrible time for him. So he's like, yeah, I thought you were very restrained. Thank you for Officer Nguyen, by the way. Like, really appreciate that. He said, did he comment on the ink on the necks of the pair who intercepted him? And he's like, no. Gang tats? Bat's like, I don't remember. I never saw those before. If you don't remember, Officer Nguyen was from the previous issue where Bats was circling around. He happens to like alleys and movie theater spaces and happened to find a police officer that was getting attacked. It's a thing for him. Who knows? Okay, so, this is Alfred be roasting people, man.
Alfred, we often hear Alfred refer to Bruce as his son.
Yes.
But this is Alfred acting like a father talking to a grown
100%.
child.
100%. A grown child that still lives at home.
Yeah.
You got to look at it that way. Even though it's technically Bruce's home,
It's
nah,
still kind of...
Come on, man. You could have moved out anytime. So Alfred bringing, some snacks, some vittles is like, Turton, wasn't he that terrible creature with 8 chins who smelled vaguely of butter?
That just sounds horrible.
Oh, unappealing. Bruce is, I need to run some labs. Alfred's like, I'll prepare samples. What are you looking at? So Bruce is running it down. Clear detective mind.
Yeah.
This is what he's breaking down. He's starting with financials.
All the money.
Right. Easy answer.
Yeah.
He was relatively wealthy. That means he had friends, enemies, and people he needed things from.
Very true.
Alfred, again, human beings live in their own, or that don't live in their own world of dressing up like, varmints and beating up people. More than wealthy, surely. Didn't he own a sports team of some kind?
And Batman says, I said relatively. It's weird. He's like oddly...
he's so condescending about this man's money.
Like,
it's so bad.
He's He's new money. He's like upper middle class.
Right, like,
He's lower upper class. I don't.
really, he owned a sports team. Okay.
Whatever.
And what is that, Tuesday? So Alfred, that's a lot of shell corporations. So maybe it's that Bruce can see that in reality he wasn't really wealthy.
Yeah.
He just made himself look like it on paper, relative. So this is the line where I was like, ooh, you're taken from me. Alfred asks, did it ever occur to you, Master Bruce, that if you ever just gave this fantastic detective technology to the Gotham PD, they could be far more effective and you could take a night off?
Bruce has a great response of, did it ever occur to you that first person they'd use it on would be me? Bruce isn't wrong.
He's not.
Neither is Alfred.
Neither. Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
When you have two like conflicting ideologies here and neither one is wrong, that's brilliant drama.
Yeah.
Like that is, I mean, tectonic plates shifting in the night, who's gonna give?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Kind of carrying this through though, Alfred says, I do feel compelled to say that Turton was dirty and is easy to envisage. Is that how you say that?
That's a college word.
Yeah, I don't know that one. That's a big. Shelby, have you ever heard that word before? Envisage?
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 Michelle Envisage?
I don't know. A situation where you brought him to justice, thereby enabling him to be killed in prison by some lizard with a sharpened toothbrush. Some things are preordained. Like, you know, his actions gave way to this conclusion. He wasn't a good guy, and sometimes bad things happen to bad folks.
And that brings up a very important question, because Batman's line is he won't kill.
Right.
And with face-eating McGee,
right?
He wants him in Arkham, not sent back to California. So when Batman puts certain criminals away into prison and they get shanked,
does he feel responsible?
Yeah.
Because he put them in this place that outcome was an inevitability.
Yeah. So Batman did kill indirectly.
Right.
Oh, that's a...
Hence why he doesn't want to send Face-Eating McGee to California, because that would be an indirect kill.
He would be dead.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how long he would stay alive due to, you know, whatever bureaucracy,
he's still
end
going to get
result is
killed.
he's going to get killed
Yeah.
in prison, and he knows this. To which, capitalized point, he says that would never mean that he deserved to be murdered.
Yeah.
What a very, like, thin line for him to dance on.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very tricky space for the Bat. Clearly his personal stake in the matter is...
It's kind of large.
Yeah. No killing. No matter how, quote-unquote, deserved, no killing.
None.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
And does that mean, like, he no longer is willing to maim people? Because if I end your way of life, is that not a version of killing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I would love to sit down and talk to this Batman and just see where he's at.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey friend, you want to talk about this? Maybe you haven't thought this through all the way.
Yeah. Because this is weird, because we've got in the 80s,
right?
It was that big renaissance with Batman. It was grim and gritty. I think we're entering into another kind of renaissance with Batman, because we've got Ellis's one where it's really making him question the real truth about what he's doing.
Right.
Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman White Knight, which does another very similar thing.
Definitely hardcore looking at that.
So it's the real ideology behind Batman, and what is it actually drawn out to its full conclusion.
Right. Are we in a place now where societally we look at Batman as a bad figure who is a bully beating up on those that are disenfranchised and or mentally ill?
Yeah.
That's been stated. Is that what we're going to see as a trend in the upcoming, like, anti-Batman stories?
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Man. As always, thank you guys for being our Patreon members. We thoroughly appreciate your support in all things. Hopefully you guys checked out the free episode, because we have some giveaways that you guys, too, are entitled to try out for.
Totally participate.
Yes. So definitely follow that one. Read or watch to the end, because that's where we're going to give away the instructions. But thank you guys again, and check out Batman's Grave #2.
Good stuff.
In stores now.